Hey guys, welcome to today's walkthrough. What we're going to be going over is the Gladstone floor plan. Now, the vehicle that you see behind me right now, we're looking at a Ford Transit 148, and it's the mid-roof, and it's got the Gladstone floor plan in it. Now, the Gladstone is a perfect floor plan for somebody that's maybe transitioning from ground camping in a tent and wanting to get into the camper van lifestyle. It kind of provides somebody the solution of having a little bit of everything in a camper van while still keeping everything a little simple and minimalist. So let's go ahead and have a quick peek at what that has to offer. Now, one of the cool things is at Wilderness Vans, you do have the ability to customize things and kind of tailor it to whatever your needs are, or you can keep it nice and simple and basic. What you're going to see behind us here is that our current client kept their exterior very stock. So there's no upgraded wheel and tire package. There's no additional racks. They checked things off for what they needed, and what they needed was a simple solar setup along with a max air fan. But if you do want the add-ons, so the off-road packages, you want the extra racks or tire carriers, you can add those all on. And the cool thing is that on our website, you have the ability to go to our build and price tool, and you can really add different things and get a feel for what those price points will be and adjust everything to what your needs are. Now, let's go ahead and take a peek at the inside of this Gladstone. Now, as we break down the Gladstone, what we're going to do is we're going to start right here in the dinette. Now, the cool thing about the dinette is that you've got kind of a unique system where instead of it being at the front of the van, you're actually in the middle of the van, and you get a little bit more of kind of a cozier feel that you can have a couple people sit at and either enjoy a meal or play some card games. Nice place to come into when it's raining outside and not have to completely transform things. So nice setup that way. You do have a table here that is on a pin rail system, so you have the ability to adjust and slide that. You also have the ability to remove the table. Now, when you remove the table, you have the ability to convert your seating into an additional bed platform as well. Now, we'll show you guys that here in a second, but the nice thing is that below each of these benches is you have more storage. So underneath the bench I'm on right now, you can open this up, and then you've got a nice deep cabinet right there to be able to store bigger and bulkier things. And then you can do the same on this side, but you also have the ability to opt for a drawer as opposed to an open style cabinet. So since they opted to do a drawer underneath this bench, that did remove what is typically a standard or an additional option is to have a water closet cabinet right there where you can house a toilet system. They chose to opt out of that so that they could have a nice big open floor plan and then also have a drawer unit so they can access things that way. Now, right below the table, you're also going to see that we have a nice open access door to be able to access things from your garage, from within your camper van. And that's handy so that you don't always have to go out and around to be able to get things. You can just open the door here and be able to get what you need at the time when you're inside your van. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our galley. Now, your galley is going to come with a few different options. You have the ability to kind of design your counter space the way you intend to use it. This particular client just opted to go with the sink. Now, they are going to be utilizing an induction cooktop, but that is going to be removable, and then they're going to have the ability to plug that in right here with their 120 and then do their cooking right here in the corner with lots of additional space for their food prep. Now, below me, what you're going to find is a wide variety of different drawers. In this cabinet here, you're also going to find that this is where the fresh and gray water system is. So this is what supplies their water system right here. Depending on what your needs are, you do have the ability to go a much larger water system that would be housed in the back of the build in your garage system. But they opted to go a little simpler and they don't need a ton of water. So they've got a 20-liter fresh water and a 20-liter gray water. And right here, we've got our Vitro Frigo fridge. You'll notice that it comes with a nice freezer here. You've got a wide variety of different adjustable shelves. And then down below, you also have a compartment for holding your produce to keep it nice and cool and crisp. Right here, you're gonna find that we've got our light switch over your countertop. And then above the countertop here, you're gonna see a window and then also some cabinets. The windows that are throughout the build are all broad arrow. The nice thing about the broad arrow window is that it's a dual paned insulated window, but it's also got built-in bug screen that you see here and built-in blinds. And then you have the ability to open both of these. And then you're able to go to an awning style window, which is great if it's lightly raining out, because if you have any kind of wind or horizontal rain, you're not going to get that coming inside. You'll be able to have these out versus a sliding window. So we love the broad arrows, and throughout this particular build and all of our builds, you'll notice a lot of broad arrow windows being utilized. Now above us, you're going to see that we've got nice cabinets. In this particular one, you've got access to your electrical system. So this is where you can turn everything on and you can monitor it. So you have the ability to turn your switches on here, and then you can monitor what your system's doing in terms of its input and its output, and see all of that right here with the Victron monitor and display there. Now let's go ahead and talk about the beds. Now in the Gladstone, you're going to find that you've got two sleeping scenarios. The first scenario is you have the ability to convert your dinette into a sleeping platform. And the way that works is you simply remove your table off of the pin rails, and then you slide it right down in here between the two cushions. Then you convert your cushions into a nice bed and sleeping space. Now right above that, you're going to notice that we've got another bed option. You've got the ability to slide this out. And once fully extended, then you take your top mattress and slide that right into place. So when your bed is pulled out, you've got a nice large north and south facing bed. This particular bed measures 75 inches in length, and it gives you a bit more length than what you would get if you were going east and west. The other thing you're going to notice at the back of the bed, where your heads are going to be, you've got the ability to have two reading lights right up in there and accessible there. Each of those lights also has USB, so you can charge your devices. Now you're also going to see we've got upper cabinets throughout here to be able to store a wide variety of different items, such as your clothes or other things that you want to access either from your dinette or from your bed. You're also going to see in the back right corner, you've got the on-off switch for your lights so that you can access turning your lights on and off from the back versus doing it all from the front. And then the most important thing with lying in bed is having some airflow. So you're going to notice right above that is we've got our max air fan, along with two windows at the door to be able to get some circulation. Depending on what you want, you can suck air into the van or you can suck air out. And with a wide variety of different windows, you've got the ability to get a good cross breeze going through your van just simply by opening windows if you don't want to turn on the max air fan. That wraps up your bed area. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the garage down below. Now your garage system, you've got a few different options on how you want to set that up. You have the ability to leave it nice and open like this. You also have the ability to go drawers if you'd like. You can even install L-track all throughout here so you can secure your items or mount additional items in the back. Now on this particular side, this is where we house your electrical system. Our base electrical system starts off at a stage 2, and that's what this particular client has. Now as we take a look on the inside, you're going to see that they have 240 amp hour of AGM battery and a full Victron system in here. Now this particular system has the ability to charge in 3 different ways. They have 355 watts of solar up top. They also have the ability to charge their system while they're driving. Their alternator will top up their system. And then on the driver's side, you also have shore power as well. So when you're at home or at a designated campsite, you have the ability to plug in and charge up your system that way. Now at the back, you're also going to find that we always include a few extra outlets so you can charge items while you're back here. So right here, we've got USB and USB-C. You also have 12-volt cigarette plug. And then adjacent to that is your 120. Now on this particular side, the client chose to opt for some storage in their particular Gladstone. So they've got some enclosed storage right here. But you also have the ability to utilize this section of your build for additional fresh water system. So you have the ability to have an additional 68 liters of fresh water right here. And if you go for a larger fresh water, you also have the ability to install a Sobo shower out here. So you've got an outdoor shower that you can utilize from the rear. Now you'll also notice right here, we do have a nice little light switch for turning a light on and off underneath your garage so you can see everything. And you also have the ability to opt for an additional bug screen, as you'll see that the client has done here. And that wraps up the back of the Gladstone. Thanks again for checking out the Gladstone floor plan. If you'd like to learn more about this particular build, feel free to check out the link below. If you'd like to learn more about the Gladstone in general, we'll have a direct link to that on our website as well. And then if you're in the market for a camper van and want to do your own build and price, be sure to check that out. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.